What's going on, everybody? The Obsession Podcast back at you. I'm Mike Stanley.
And I'm Carl Buffy.
Hey, Carl.
Hi, Mike.
What's going on?
Things and stuff, and
What have you?
what have you.
Nice.
Midweek podcasting.
Not yet. We took a little break.
We did take a little break.
Everybody don't freak out.
Yeah, just calm it
I
down.
mean, we're back and cooler than ever.
As cool as we've always been.
Yeah. We're as cool as the other side of the pillow. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you.
It's pretty good.
And I don't want to brag unless all of you are listening. But anyway,
What do you got?
I got a question come in.
Sure.
Something wobbling around up here is pissing me off. But anyway,
I don't like it.
so I had a one of our listeners had messaged me and he's like, "What do you think the ideal tree stand height is?"
Huh.
And oh my God, I know that this is going to get some people going.
Yeah,
You know,
42 feet.
yeah, 763 feet in the air.
That's right. Come out with the arrow.
Come on.
Yeah, what is the optimal tree stand height?
I saw. I'm gonna tell you one thing before you start. So
Okay,
I saw
lay it
this guy. Saw this guy on the Facebooks.
Yeah, throwing the knowledge.
Yeah, he had it all out there. And he's telling me, he's like, "Oh, these guys putting your stands up way up in the air and all this." And he's like, "I'm telling you, you need to be on the ground." He's like, "That's the best." He's like, and he's not talking in a blind, dude. He's talking on the ground at a base of a tree. He's like, those deer aren't gonna see you. He's like, that's your best opportunity, your best shot placements.
So you're telling me eye level with a whitetail
This is 100%. I can't make this shit up. I saw this
with
guy do it.
with a bow you have to draw.
Yeah,
eye level.
I'm like, I did one of
No
these.
blind.
Yeah, like on the ground. He said, just in your camo. He's like, that's the best. He's like, I kill more deer that way. And I'm
Yeah.
like, do you scare him to death?
Well, I'd be willing to. Yeah, there's a lot I'd like to say there. Probably.
Wow. No,
Bullshit.
no, he's gonna not say something.
Well, I'll tell you. Yeah, eye level is not where you want to try to attack whitetails.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. If they're going to catch your ass in a tree stand, whether you're 15, 16, 20, 22 feet up, I'm thinking pretty much eye level is a
Yeah.
low percentage chance.
And I'll say a thing too with Carl and I. We've hunted about every different type of terrain you can hunt for a whitetail.
In the United States,
We
yeah.
really have.
Yep.
Elevation, low spots, marshes, ridge tops, pinch points, waterways.
Small mountains.
I mean, we really have, and climbers,
Right.
ladders, hang-on stands.
Yeah.
We do not saddle hunt. We have never saddle hunted. So
We have never said
I
it.
can't say that we know anything about that.
Honestly, I don't care to say.
I don't either, so we don't care.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Moving forward.
So and I think I have to figure that out.
Yeah.
I think that every location's different.
Yeah. No,
Every
that's true.
location's different.
Yeah. If we're tree stand hunting and you're thinking about height, okay. So let's just say last year here at Mike's and we're hunting the north side of the ridge spot. Canopy, 30 feet up.
Yes.
Come to the top of the ridge at your place. Canopy's
Yeah. I don't know.
12 to 15
Yeah. Ish.
ish.
Yeah, if you're looking down over it for sure.
Yeah, if you were down on the ground, if you really wanted to get in the thick stuff, but you'd have no shot opportunity,
Yep.
would be ground level. But that being said, if we're going to tree stand hunt, your next level would have been that 12 to 18 feet. So, for me, with a tree stand, I'm hunting where the cover is.
Yeah, I went back.
So-
we went backdrop.
Yeah,
Backdrop.
back. So I have, just so everybody knows, I have shot whitetails in tree stands from 6 feet off the ground to 25 to 30 feet up the tree. And yes, that 6 foot off the ground shot was maybe from here to the corner edge of the couch behind Mike and I. That's just where the cover was. There was a bunch of stuff that was up and out of that tree, and I could put the stand in there, and That's where it was. I knew these deer were coming through here. That's where I
Right.
shot
Yep.
them. You have to look at that when you're setting things up. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you don't have a backdrop ever. If you're silhouetted, you're going to lose that game.
And you gotta remember that backdrop's gonna change
100%.
on you. So a lot of people, it might look great early,
Yeah.
but maybe you're not hunting that stand until late.
Yeah. Well,
There's
for
nothing
instance,
there.
today we were looking at stuff
Yep.
and we're like, okay, what's this going to look like with green on it?
Yep.
And it's going to look just like this when we're hunting the pre-row.
Yep.
So, we're going to set stands according to what we have backdrop for.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah, you have to have your backdrop. And I haven't shot one as low as Carl. I mean, I've shot him out of a blind,
Yeah.
would be my lowest,
Yeah.
obviously.
That's eye level.
But otherwise, remember the limb stand.
Yeah. No.
That's where I shot that
Yep.
giant out there. What is that, 10 feet?
Yeah,
I'd say it
probably.
wasn't high.
No.
That's probably the lowest I've shot one out of a low stand. And I've shot them all the way up to, we've had some up there. But they had to
The
be.
stratosphere.
Stratosphere, we call our stand the stratosphere. And I'm telling you, it wasn't even iffy. It wasn't even good enough to be iffy up that high.
No, that's true. That was a scary.
It was
yeah.
downright ridiculous, that stand was.
It's like standing on top of Sears Tower.
And the
trying to
camera
shoot.
stand was above it.
Yes. Another 6 feet.
Yeah. So, I mean, like Carl says, your cover, I think too, your depth of cover,
Yeah, 100%.
behind that, your topography is, boy, I mean, it
Yeah.
just really varies.
So yeah,
It does.
here's a concept for you. Think of this. Now, do you want, if you're setting up a stand location, let's just say the Point water hole.
Yep.
When we were discussing that when we were setting it, you were like, that tree right there would be good because we had that big tree in front of us. And then you look past that to the tree you're going to set the stand in. Well, then you look past that because the deer are coming around this front side of this ridge. So you're technically 9 feet above them,
Yep.
but you're 20 feet, 18 feet off the ground because
Yeah.
the tree is down lower than the level they're
Where they're
traveling
coming,
on.
yeah.
And they come right around that corner. And if you're, it's got all this backdrop behind you and they're walking right at you, they do not see you.
Nope.
Last 2 years, I've shot 2 good bucks out of there poking
You
in.
gotta set up stands.
Yeah, you're really good at it.
I like doing it. I really think it's a learning curve to do it for a
Yeah.
lot of them. I mean, we've had stands that we've just adjusted.
True.
And I moved one a foot and a half up.
Mm-hmm.
That stand totally changed. That's the one we just talked about tonight.
Yes.
That's going to be a banger now, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But just that foot and a half up, just got a little bit better cover up top.
Yes.
And it's the same thing when you start to see where the deer come from, like when Carl's talking about. Like a deer comes around off this ridge, and if they're typically coming off this ridge,
Mhm.
and you're halfway up on the ridge,
Mhm.
and the stand's 15 feet,
Yeah.
but the deer is already at your eye level
Yeah.
when they're coming off. So you might be 15 feet up, but the deer is already at your eye level.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to be high.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
100%.
You got to be higher than that.
You got to be up.
'Cause you don't want to be in their line of sight. Everybody knows you don't want to be in their line of sight. So
100%.
this is why I really love hang-on stands.
Yeah. What the heck was it? I want to say, 2 or 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I was like, God, ladders. Just because they're easy to get into,
are.
whatever.
They're 100%.
But I'll tell you guys right now, I'm back to most of my ladders are getting moved, and they have been moved, and it's all lock-on stuff. Because we've got some really comfortable lock-on.
Yeah, some of the ladders I think are great in some of
Yeah.
the spots that you have though, but I think a couple of the best ones are like in those pine groves
Yeah, no, 100%.
where there's so much behind you that you can be right there
Yeah.
and you can get away with whatever.
Yeah, the iron throne is
Yeah.
a great one.
I mean,
Yeah.
The deer come right underneath you
Oh, yeah.
and come in.
Oh, yeah.
So I really think that changes it.
Yeah, that's
Climbers obviously don't matter.
No.
Go wherever you want.
Well, yeah, the thing with climber, obviously, you got to have the right
But
tree.
you have a good tree.
Yeah, yeah. And then,
Or a saddle.
yeah, and saddles within reason. You got to have the right trees. That's where it starts to get hard.
Yeah.
Because when we're walking through the woods, we're getting set up, and we find this set up location. We're like, this is where we've got to be. Now we have to assess 40 trees in the area,
Yeah.
and we try to pick the best tree that we can for the wind direction we want.
Right.
That's the other aspect of it.
A lot of times too, and you and I run this all the time, that it's a great tree, but it's only that 8-incher.
Well, we've done it.
And we're in them.
Oh yeah.
but you just can't beat them with a lot of wind
No.
because they move.
They
But it's a great spot, and it's actually the only spot you really got to have the stand.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's too windy. I can't hunt that damn thing.
Well, I'll tell you guys right now, I've actually tied, like Mike said, 4 or 5 inch trees together
Yeah.
and put a stand in.
Yeah.
Lock on right around all 3, 4 trees. And only 8, 9 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
But lock them
But
things
it's
in.
solid.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So,
Yep, had deer walk right underneath me.
yeah.
You know, so it depends on the location, depends on what you're trying to do. You know, we're the type of guys, we're going to do anything we can
Yep.
to be successful on a deer that we're chasing.
And our stands too, and some people might not do this or they might laugh, are set up for right-handed shooters.
Oh, 100%.
And if you don't know what that is,
Yeah.
then you should start doing some research on how you're setting your stance. It does make a difference if you shoot right or left-handed,
Yeah.
especially if you know where you think deer are coming from, or the majority of your shots are going to be, how you're grabbing your bow. I mean, all of that comes into play,
Yeah, you got to limit your
you
movement.
know, which that's why Phil hates it.
Because
He hunts our stands.
He's backwards.
Because he's wrong-handed
He is wrong-handed.
and we're right-handed.
That is correct.
So it is what it is.
They say right for a reason.
Right.
See? That's a fact. So I think that pretty much covers that one.
Yeah, I think so.
You got anything else?
I do not.
All right. Well, we appreciate the question. And if you guys get a chance, remember to check out Rush Outdoors Wisconsin and The Obsession on YouTube. So there are 2 separate YouTube channels. You can get same information on both of them, but The Obsession is set up. We got some really cool stuff coming this year.
Yep.
Some stuff you guys all need to check out. But check out the new channel. Remember to like and subscribe that. We appreciate that. You guys following us over the years. Also check us out on all of our socials, which we got.
Yep. We got Facebook, The Obsession.
Yep.
We got Instagram, The Obsession Podcast.
Yep.
So keep on checking those out, checking out the videos we're putting out, the short stuff we're putting out, the big stuff we're putting out. A lot of good products coming out. Blue Collar Bucks.
Blue Collar.
We still got a lot of stuff going out on there, trying to get that going more. So keep sending those questions in.
Yeah, buddy. We appreciate each and every one of you. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Yeah, buddy.